Welcome to Impact, bringing you global developments likely to affect Sri Lanka. This week we cover China's GDP growth in surprise uptick, US container volumes slow for the second consecutive month, the UK in yet another Prime Ministerial contest, inflation remains high, strong dollar imports inflation into domestic markets. China's gross domestic product beat expectations, rising 3.9% year-on-year in the July-September quarter. In September, manufacturing sector output rose 6.3% from a year earlier and was higher than in August. However, the country's zero-COVID strategy and volatile property sector, along with the Ukraine crisis, are expected to dampen full-year growth. Impact on Sri Lanka. In July, Sri Lanka asked China for more trade, investment and tourism. Restrictions to overseas travel meant only about 3,000 Chinese travellers visited Sri Lanka in 2022, down from roughly 210,000 for the same period in 2018. Container import shipments to the United States trended low for the second month. Volumes are now close to pre-COVID level. Considered a leading indicator of consumption, this is being closely watched to see if it signals the timing of the expected recession in the United States, or just a cooling off from the pandemic-related supply chain stresses. Impact on Sri Lanka. The United States is Sri Lanka's largest export market. From January to June, exports were $1.7 billion, up 24%, with apparel and textile leading the way. Any impact on the US economy would affect many sectors in Sri Lanka. UK Prime Minister Liz Truss's resignation plunged the country into further uncertainty. New Chancellor Jeremy Hunt has already scrapped almost all the tax cuts announced under Truss's premiership. Inflation in the United Kingdom is at an all-time high, with the British pound only slightly recovering from a record low. Impact on Sri Lanka. The UK is Sri Lanka's second largest export and tourist source market. An economic contraction will affect UK citizens' purchasing power, including foreign travel, affecting multiple industries in Sri Lanka. A continuing strong dollar is affecting economies across the world, driving commodity prices in domestic markets. For example, despite oil prices falling off a recent high in March, local retail pump prices in many countries are at record levels. Such and other dollar-transacted commodities are accelerating inflation in domestic economies. Impact on Sri Lanka. While a stronger dollar helps Sri Lanka's exports, it makes imports more expensive, widening the trade deficit. Further, importing about $1.1 billion worth of food and beverages also contributed to food inflation in the country reaching an all-time high. And that's a wrap for this week. Join us next time as we update you on global developments impacting Sri Lanka.